One of the fascinating details was that it took 300 lawmen to catch them. 300! From different agencies, of course, but still 300?
I can confirm at this time that the RCMP has required over 300 resources to support this investigation. Investigations of this nature require extensive cooperation and collaboration with our domestic and international partners.
He later clarified, because people said 300, he meant 300 people. My point is, if it takes 300 police and others to monitor one jihadi or two, how do you monitor 100? And we know there's 100 ISIS returnees to Canada. How do you monitor 1,000? Well, you can't, of course. There just aren't that many police. We don't have the resources. Maybe the thing is to let in fewer of them in the first place. The accused 20-year-old here, Hussam Eddin al-Zahabi, is one of Trudeau's Syrians. He came here a year and a half ago, so he was a grown man already. He was an adult. Now, they put him in high school in Kingston to learn English, but why are we bringing in young, adult, single, unattached, military-age Muslim men from Syria, terrorist central, to Canada? Trudeau specifically said he wouldn't do that, but he did, and he put them right in our high schools. And now one of them is accused of terrorism. Same thing with Ibrahim Ali, a 29-year-old Syrian refugee that Trudeau let in. He's the one accused of raping and murdering 13-year-old Marissa Shen in Burnaby, BC. Again, Trudeau said he wouldn't let in young military-age single Muslim men into Canada from Syria. Too much of a security risk, but he did let them in, and yes, they are a hell of a security risk, aren't they? But look at this. This is from the CBC story. RCMP charged Kingston, Ontario youth with terror-related offence after security probe. I love that touch. He's a Kingston man. He's a Kingston youth. Yeah, no. Let me read this quote from the story. They talked to the father of the accused terrorist. That's who they're referring to here. Al-Zahabi said his family, originally from Syria, has been living in Canada since July 2017, following time spent in Kuwait from 2008 to 2017. So he is one of Trudeau's Syrians. And look at this headline. Father of man arrested in Kingston, Ontario probe says, maybe it's about terrorists? You think. Gee, it almost sounds like he knew that was coming. Almost sounds like he expected it. Oh, is this about the terrorism thing? Almost sounds like he knew all about it. Well, the CBC quickly changed that headline of the story. I don't know, maybe Ralph Goodale called them. And look, they changed it to Kingston man. And look at this weirdness from a CBC newscaster.
This is what's coming in on our CBC news sources now. 20-year-old Hussam Eddin al-Zahabi arrested, according to his father, who confirmed, as you said to yourself and to Phil, currently completing high school upgrades at Loyalist Collegiate and Vocational Institute. And his family, as you said, from Kuwait, they do not consider themselves Syrian refugees. This is all part of the interview that we will get on the air just as soon as we can. It's just been completed.
She repeated that several times. They do not consider themselves Syrians. They specifically said we're not Syrians. Yeah. Hey guys, the family only got to come to Canada by saying they were Syrians. That's how they were fast-tracked here. But now that they're an embarrassment to Trudeau, they want you to know they don't consider themselves Syrian. At least that's what the CBC says. Well, maybe the CBC is right. I mean, after all, they haven't set foot in Syria in over a decade. They were living in a little oil-rich enclave called Kuwait. It's an OPEC country, tiny country, absurdly rich. Actually, their per capita GDP is not much lower than ours here in Canada. Looks pretty nice. This is their gleaming capital city. So why did we move them from oil-rich Kuwait to Canada? That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show. Every day, I do a video monologue, and then I interview an interesting guest, and then I end by reading my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at therebel.media/shows.